Hello and welcome to St. Lucia Magazine, your weekly roundup of the nation's top stories in education, the economy, infrastructure, agriculture, and more. I am your host, Nival Auguste. In this edition, St. Lucia marks 45 years with UNESCO, and the Kids Insight Medical Mission offers free eye care. St. Lucia marks 45 years of partnership with UNESCO, with stakeholders meeting to reflect on past achievements and strengthen collaboration. We have more in this report.
For more than 4 decades, UNESCO has played a quiet but influential role in St. Lucia's development, supporting education reform, preserving cultural heritage, advancing science, strengthening communication systems, and promoting human and social development. The stakeholder consultation, held as part of activities to commemorate the Commission's 45th anniversary, provided a platform to take stock of that journey while looking ahead to emerging national and global challenges. At the heart of the discussions was the need for stronger partnerships, policy alignment, and inclusive engagement, particularly as the country navigates rapid technological change and evolving development priorities.
And as the Ministry of Education moves forward with its agenda on digital transformation, I noted, and I want to thank and congratulate UNESCO for its support in robotics training, AI training, and so forth, to help our young people, help our ministry as we undertake or move towards digital transformation.
Education, innovation, and human development featured prominently in the discussions, with stakeholders emphasizing the importance of evidence-based planning and collaborative approaches. The consultation also served as a reminder that UNESCO's impact is most effective when global principles are adapted to local realities through national institutions and community-level engagement.
Indeed, much of what we have done as a National Commission has been through partnership and collaboration with government agencies, NGOs, and civil society organizations, as well as the private sector. Every significant milestone that we have accomplished has been through partnership, whether it be attaining World Heritage status, the inscription of Sartre's papers on the international memory of the world. It has been through partnership and with the support of our various committees, commissions, and especially our focal points, who have put their experience and expertise to the service of the Commission in their respective fields. You are here today because you are all indispensable partners, collaborators, contributors, and friends of the National Commission.
Participants noted that the anniversary provided an ideal opportunity to examine what has worked, identify gaps, and strengthen coordination among key partners across education, culture, science, and communication. The outcomes of the consultation are expected to inform future programming and guide UNESCO's continued engagement in St. Lucia, ensuring that its work remains responsive, inclusive, and aligned with national development goals. As St. Lucia reflects on 45 years of partnership with UNESCO, today's consultation signals a clear intention not only to honor the past, but to actively shape a future defined by collaboration, progress, and shared responsibility.
A new initiative, Salute, is set to strengthen St. Lucia's climate change resilience. More in this report.
A new project aimed at strengthening St. Lucia's climate change resilience efforts is officially underway. Known as Salute, St. Lucia Training for Climate Change Resilience using citizen science data and technologies. The initiative brings together international and local partners in a collaborative effort to improve climate monitoring, data use, and capacity building. Salute is a partnership involving 2 European institutions, KU Leuven University and GISIC Association of Italy, alongside 3 local entities, the National Integrated Planning and Program Unit NIP, the Department of Physical Planning, and the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College. Leading the project is Danny van der Broeke of KU Leuven University, who acknowledged the increased use of sensor data in the context of climate change monitoring and understanding.
So in this case, we will focus on the procurement and installation of weather stations, but very cheap ones, not the very full-fledged stations, because they are very expensive. We will buy 20 of them and install them in and around St. Lucia, mostly in schools.
While the Meteorological Office already operates some sensors, the use of sensor data within the context of spatial and geospatial technologies remains relatively new for St. Lucia. The data collected through this initiative will not only support climate monitoring, but it will also serve as a practical, hands-on learning tool for students and professionals alike.
We want to train the people here, first people from NIP, from DPDR, from the college, and then they in turn will go to the schools where the sensors will be installed and have kind of applied projects together with the young people so that they understand what is a weather station, what are these sensors, what can you learn from it in the context of climate change.
Howard Wells, Director of the National Integrated Planning and Program Unit NIP, views the project as a critical enhancement to NIP's ongoing work in sustainable development and the use of spatial data.
Data is being collected daily within and throughout the government of St. Lucia on the various or by various sectors. However, with this new mandate, all of this data would finally be collected at a single portal within a single location, and we can finally have this data being cross-referenced or being used holistically.
A major focus of the Salute project is citizen science, which encourages schools and communities to actively participate in climate data collection. Wells believes that sparking curiosity among young people will create a powerful multiplier effect, leading to positive and long-lasting change over time.
We operate in an environment that is constantly under threat by climate change. But climate change on its own, if you can track it, if you can't measure it, then really and truly it's not, you can't sell it to people that it's important.
Adrian Duverne, Dean of Engineering at the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, noted that the project will help generate critical data sets that can be used to support future long-term planning.
We are first going to play the role of students, as we are going to be learners, as we learn how to install, maintain, collect data and analyze data for decision making. And then we're now going to impart this knowledge and skills that we have gained from the project to the St. Lucian public.
This 3-year project is grant funded to the tune of €400,000, with no direct cost to the government of St. Lucia. For the National Competitiveness and Productivity Council, Glenn Simon reporting.
The Cultural Development Foundation is taking the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival beyond the city centre, promising a more vibrant and inclusive art in the city experience. Claudia Monlouis has the details.
The Cultural Development Foundation is promising a vibrant and more exclusive musical experience as part of the Art and the City component of the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival. The city is usually the main setting for the creative intertwine of music and the arts. However, this year, indications are that Art and the City will be decentralized. Chairman of the CDF Board of Directors, Darwin Gard, said the new concept is designed to elevate the experience by moving beyond the central hub of the Derek Walcott Square to a widely distributed musical and cultural encounter beyond the city center.
The Cultural Development Foundation is excited about the arts, and I am personally excited about the arts. Excited about what we are building together, about the talent emerging across the island, and about the confidence with which our artists are claiming their space. We are growing in audience, in ambition, and in the expressive power that continues to make St. Lucia's creative landscape truly unique. As a cultural community, we share a responsibility to support our artists, to nurture our storytellers, to encourage our makers, and to ensure that arts and culture remain accessible, relevant, and alive. And importantly, to CDF, inclusive to everyone.
As part of the foundation's expanded outreach program, the chairman revealed that the Art and the City initiative will, for the first time, extend beyond Castries to other communities. Reporting for the Government Information Service, I am Claudia Monlouis.
Still to come, 26 police officers trained on domestic and gender-based violence. Stay with us.
This independence, St. Lucia moves forward under one banner. Tuva Assam, nourishing our people, strengthening our nation. On Sunday, February 22nd, the nation comes alive as we celebrate 47 years of independence. From 10 a.m., witness the National Military Parade at the Micoud North Playing Field, a powerful display of discipline, service, and national pride. Stay on as the celebration continues with the National Independence Rally, bringing together culture, community, and country in one proud moment. Experience the colors, creativity, and talent of our people at the Independence Showcase, celebrating who we are and how far we've come. Independence 47!
Welcome back. St. Lucia has strengthened its response to domestic and gender-based violence as 26 police officers completed specialized training in survivor-centered approaches.
St. Lucia's capacity to respond effectively to domestic and gender-based violence has been significantly enhanced following the completion of specialized training for law enforcement officers in the implementation of the Domestic Violence Act and gender-responsive policing. The 5-day training program, conducted from January 26 to 30, concluded with a closing ceremony at the National Skills Development Center. 26 officers of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force successfully completed the training, which focused on survivor-centered response, professional conduct, evidence management, interagency coordination, and accountability under the law.
As police officers, you are often the first point of contact for victims of domestic violence, and your response can make a critical difference between fear and safety, silence and justice. The knowledge and skills gained this week strengthen not only your professional capacity, but also public confidence in the police force. The effective implementation of the Domestic Violence Act requires more than legislation. It requires understanding, empathy, sound judgment, and collaboration among all stakeholders.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Equity, Labor, Gender, Elderly Affairs, Social Justice and Consumer Welfare, Dr. Shaman Hippolyte Emmanuel, highlighted the importance of translating training into real-world impact for survivors and communities.
These are certainly unprecedented times that call for greater capacity, commitment and coordination, and innovation than ever before. Your task is huge, but it is very important. And may I add, it's doable. The greater your understanding of the responsibilities and other provisions contained in the Act, the better equipped that you will be to deal with the cases. I'm therefore pleased that you are all here demonstrating a shared goal, vision, and of course, appreciation of what you have learned. St. Lucia has certainly made significant strides in addressing DV and gender-based violence more broadly in the last few decades.
Dr. Hippolyte Emmanuel also emphasized the country's progress in legislative reform, institutional strengthening, including the Family Court, Women's Support Center, Forensic Laboratory, Vulnerable Persons Team, and National Task Force for Gender-Based Violence Prevention and Response, as well as the vital role of civil society organizations such as the St. Lucia Crisis Center and other partners providing prevention and response services. Speaking on behalf of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, Inspector Aniel Innocent reinforced the operational significance of applying the principles of gender-responsive policing beyond the classroom.
Gender-based violence remains a serious concern within our society, and as police officers, we are often the first point of contact for victims and survivors. The way we respond, our conduct, our language, and our decisions can have a lasting impact. This workshop has equipped each and every one of you with the knowledge and skills to respond in a more professional, sensitive, and victim-centered manner. The Commissioner encourages all officers to move beyond the classroom and to put into practice everything learned during this training. The true value of this workshop will will be measured by how effectively these principles are applied in your daily duties, particularly in the enforcement of the law and the protection of the most vulnerable.
The training marked the final activity under the first component of the Stop Gender-Based Violence project, funded by the Embassy of France and implemented in collaboration with UN Women Multi-Country Office of the Caribbean, the Family Court, the Gender-Based Violence Task Force, the Division of Gender Affairs, and the Royal St. Lucia Police Force.
Children and adults across St. Lucia are once again benefiting from free eye care as the Kids Insight Medical Mission partners with the St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association. Onika McCoy reports.
Citizens across St. Lucia affected by preventable and treatable eye conditions are currently benefiting from the Kids Insight Medical Mission. Launched in 2003, this initiative is a collaboration between the St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association, the Lions Club, and the West Virginia Eye Institute, offering a comprehensive approach to pediatric eye problems, including surgical, medical, educational, and rehabilitation needs. Taking place from January 19th to February 6th, the impactful program has once again received sponsorship from the Tourism Enhancement Fund, TEF, with an EC $30,000 donation. Wayne Monrose of the Lions Club of Grosley reflected on the difference the initiative is making.
Kids Insight has been in St. Lucia since 2003, and throughout those years, the Lions Clubs of St. Lucia, and in particular the Lions Club of Grosley, has been associated with them in ensuring that the children of St. Lucia get the eye care that they're so deserving. This year we're extremely excited because the source of funding, we were wondering how it was going to come through. We had absolutely no problem. The Tourism Enhancement Fund was almost immediate in responding to say yes to ensure the success of this program. And so, as I said, we're excited that the children of St. Lucia deservedly will get the assistance they need and not have to wait another year or two for this to happen. We know it's so important that they get, in these early years, they get the kind of attention that is needed. And through this program, I want to say thanks to all our partners, the SLHTA, the TEF, and of course the group from West Virginia, the doctors themselves, who take their time off to come here to ensure that the children of St. Lucia get what they deserve.
25 Bocage Secondary School students are receiving vital assistance from the program. This is part of a broader partnership between the TEF and Bocage, providing support across several areas of need. Ronald Bohingson, upon learning of the challenges faced by the school, connected them with the TEF.
My affiliation with the Bocage School goes back some years. And in one of my visits to the school, Miss Duncan spoke to me about some of the issues with some of the children, needing glasses and other stuff, And you know as well as I do that if you can't see, then learning in class is a problem. And I said to her that I will talk to an organization that I'm affiliated with and see what can happen. And being a lifetime honorary member of SLHT, I had a discussion with Mr. Noorani. And, over a period of time, we had meetings with the Bocage School. And here we are today. So some 25 children today will be benefiting from the Visual Assistance Program.
Program Manager of the Tourism Enhancement Fund, Donat Ismail, lauded the organizers for their hard work and determination.
We are here today to celebrate the Kids Insight program. We have a culmination of various agencies, the Lions Club of Grosley. We have visiting doctors from West Virginia who is actually implementing the program. And we, the Tourism Enhancement Fund, are proud to be part collaborators in this initiative. The Kids Insight program, which is designed to provide special services for persons with vision disabilities, has culminated with our work with the Bocage Secondary School. Based on the discussions we've had with the school, we understood that several students were in need of special assistance, and we brought it full circle with the Kids Insight program, where they're going to be getting free services today, the eye examinations and glasses afterwards. So we are very happy to see how these two programs came together and to provide that kind of support for our students.
Ismail also thanked the contributing companies and visitors whose support sustains the work of the fund.
I would love to take this opportunity to thank our contributing members and the visitors to our island for contributing to the SLHTA's Tourism Enhancement Fund. This fund allows us to do all the wonderful work that we do in our communities and to provide wonderful services like we are doing here today at the Blind Welfare Association.
Coming up next, Port Soufrière welcomes the Hebridean Sky Cruise vessel.
Solve your conflict in a different way. Choose peace and love instead of all bloodshed. Leave and long leave and you see the violence thing.
Make the change.
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 Make a change.
Make the change.
Make the change.
End the gun violence now.
Just please give life a chance. Let's stop the violence. Oh.
A message from the Ministry of Equity, Social Justice and Empowerment.
Welcome back. Port Soufrière welcomed the expedition cruise vessel Hebridean Sky on its inaugural call as local officials and tourism partners highlighted the town's growing appeal as a boutique cruise destination. Genevieve Gonzague reports.
Port Soufrière hosted the expedition cruise vessel Hebridean Sky on Friday, January 16th, marking the ship's inaugural call to Soufrière. The visit brought together SRDF and partner agencies for a brief onboard engagement as Soufrière continues positioning itself for cruise ship calls and curated destination experiences. Master of the Hebridean Sky, Captain George Hendry, touted the Soufrière experience.
It's a pleasure to be back. I brought Island Sky here 2 years ago for their inaugural visit, and the feedback that we gave was very warm, and we were very happy with all the organization as well as the facilities and the tours ashore and so on, and we put recommendations into the company that this was a place definitely worth visiting and returning to.
Member of Parliament for Soufrière Font Saint-Jacques, Honourable Emma Hippolyte, said the captain's comments were encouraging for the town and the port.
I was very pleased to be part of the delegation that actually met the captain of the vessel, and what was very encouraging was his remarks as to how he as a captain had visited Port Soufrière about 2 years ago, and he was so impressed with the warmth, the welcome, the level of service, the level of efficiency at Port Soufrière that he was able to recommend it to the owners of this new vessel. And there he is doing his inaugural visit here on a new vessel. So I am particularly pleased. I want again to take this moment to recognize the contribution of the SRDF, the team, the people at SMMA, our taxi drivers, and Soufrière in general, making Port Soufrière, apart from its beauty and everything else, so welcoming so that persons can recommend it and come back time and time again.
Corporate Communications and Marketing Manager at the Soufrière Regional Development Foundation, Lovely St. Amy Joseph, welcomed the captain, crew and guests and said Soufrière beckons guests and travelers with undeniable beauty and charm.
Soufrière definitely offers something special. We have stunning landscapes. Of course, we have the world-famous Sulphur Springs Park, dubbed the world's only drive-in volcano. But I think what truly sets Soufrière apart is that her experiences are shaped by the warmth of her people. So I have no doubt that you will feel welcomed and cared for in Port Soufrière. So again, thank you for coming. We appreciate your confidence in having us as a port of call, and we look forward to welcoming you back again soon.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's a pleasure.
The captain also highlighted growing demand for itineraries that favor smaller ports where travelers can connect more closely with places and people.
The nice parts of being on a small ship that we can invite small groups of people and enjoy a little bit of fellowship and hospitality. So thank you very much. And once again, on behalf of myself, Patty, we're really pleased to have you on board and let you sample a little bit of our hospitality.
SRDF says calls like this strengthen confidence in Port Soufrière's readiness for cruise visits while keeping the destination experience personal and well managed. From the Soufrière Regional Development Foundation, I am Genevieve Gonzague.
Farmers in Choiseul are boosting productivity and climate resilience through hands-on training in modern agricultural machinery. Chevroy Marius has the details.
Farmers in Choiseul are now better equipped to improve soil health, increase productivity, and strengthen resilience to climate impact, following a hands-on agricultural machinery training conducted under the Building Resilience for Adaptation to Climate Change and Climate Variability in Agriculture in St. Lucia, the BRASVAC project. The initiative delivered immediate practical benefits by introducing farmers to appropriate technology while building local capacity for shared access and long-term sustainability. The training focused on demonstrating modern tillage equipment and strengthening farmers' undertaking of how improved soil preparation directly supports crop growth, water retention, and nutrient uptake. Explaining the technical impact of the equipment on soil performance is the engineering unit trainer, Cletus Dolion.
Today we were doing some tillage services. This is a BCS tiller. This is one of the most popular tillers, very effective, very versatile. So we're using now to incorporate the manure in the soil to help break the hard pan in the soil. So that allows the air and the water movement into the soil so that the roots are better able to infiltrate the soil and get those nutrients needed.
Beyond equipment demonstration, the initiative also prioritized farmers' preparation and long-term access through a structured equipment shared approach. Highlighting the purpose and selection process for operators is the BRASVAC project manager, Erlin Bushell.
With respect to this particular initiative, I'm quite pleased with the turnout. What we decided to do was to invite persons who are farmers themselves to identify the interest in learning how to utilize the equipment. It is not going to be used by all farmers, but from the group here we will choose about 6 farmers who will be selected to operate the machines, and the machines will be available for hire to all the farmers in this region 6.
For participating farmers, the training presents both immediate support and long-term opportunity. Speaking from a farmer's perspective is training participant Iran George.
By adding that piece of equipment to the aid of farmers, I think farmers will go a long way. And by teaching us how to use it, that is another plus.
Through targeted hands-on interventions, the project strengthened adaptive capacity by promoting appropriate technologies, practical training, improved market access, and value-added agricultural activities. From the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Food Security, and Sustainable Development, Chevroy Marius.
And with that, we wrap up this edition of St. Lucia Magazine. A heartfelt thank you to everyone who contributed to this production: the National Television Network, the GIS team, and the communications officers across government ministries. Thank you for watching NTN Channel 122 and following the official social media platforms of the Government of St. Lucia. I am Neva Logist. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged as we continue tracking St. Lucia's progress.